Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to our webinar series. Welcome to our friends and partners all around the world. Today we'll have the honor of discussing our dear program of Dominica. We have some prestigious speaker we'll have with us. First of all, I'd like to acknowledge the Honorable Roosevelt Skerrit, Prime Minister of the Commonwealth of Dominica, who will be with us and give us some insight about not only the Citizenship by Investment program, but obviously the changes and some insight regarding the country. We will have also the privilege of having with us Ambassador Emmanuel Nanthan, who is the head of CIU and Ambassador at Large of Dominica, as part of our panelists. In addition to our dear friend from Secret Bay, Gregor Nassief, the Chairman and CEO of Secret Bay, along with Youssef Eldessouky, the Regional Business Development Director. First of all, I'm the CEO of Reef Trust and Vice Chairman of Latitude Group. I will get into details of our group, but first of all, I would like to run our corporate video that will give you an introduction about our company. So without further delays, a short introduction about our company.
Hello, let me give you a glimpse of Reef Trust's story. In just 8 years, we became the largest citizenship and residency by investment provider in the Middle East and Africa. Reef Trust was founded to provide solutions to high-net-worth clients so they can travel visa-free and expand their businesses globally. Our company has helped more than 1,000 individuals and their families obtain a better future. Like our name, our philosophy is based around trust. Our clients are like our family and they trust us to guide them every step of the way. Do you agree, David?
100% right. And speaking about trust, Reef Trust is a government-approved agent. We have built strong and long-term relationships with government representatives, with developers, with lawyers, and with partners all around the globe to ensure that we provide the best turnkey solution for residency and citizenship by investment. Our team speaks 15 different languages, and we have a growing global network of 20 offices in different countries. With this network, we provide a 24/7 service to our clients wherever they are in the world. We listen to your needs, we understand your situation, and we will give you a solution that is tailor-made to your case. Isn't that right, Eric?
Of course, David. And I'm proud to say that we don't just offer these programs, we help create them. In fact, our specialized government advisory team has been responsible for the design and implementation of some of the most successful programs in the marketplace, including Anguilla, Antigua, Grenada, Malta, Canada, and the United Kingdom. Our ultimate goal is that if you do decide to make this life-changing decision, that you will think of us.
And be ready to say
hello to freedom.
Hope you enjoyed the corporate video that gives a glimpse about our company, and now some facts that I wanted to introduce to you briefly. We are a global company with 13 offices around the world and 70 staff globally. We've been in business since 2013 and we have helped more than 1,000 individuals to obtain second citizenship and residency. And not only that, but we also take care of them after they got their citizenship and residency. So not only we are marketing this product, but we are also contributing governments to assist and design and implement all these new programs. We are one of the very few companies that is international marketing agent in all of the programs that we are offering, from the Caribbean to Europe and all the way to Vanuatu, where we are also representing the government as in their trade mission and I'm the trade commissioner for Vanuatu in the UAE. Not only this representation, but we also are the IMC representative office in the Caribbean, and we have a strong partnership with the IMC. So obviously the main motivation for citizenship, and especially in our part of the world, in the Middle East and Africa, is for mobility. So in this part of the world, the travel restrictions, there's a lot of travel restrictions for citizen holding, be it Syrian, Iraqi, Yemeni, or Nigerian or African passport. So that's why we enable, first of all, the mobility. I will not list all of the benefits that our clients are looking at, but also the other one that I wanted to mention is the security and the quality of life, the plan B, and being able to have access to a strong healthcare and education system, and as a plan B for business for yourself and your families. So all of these reasons are the main factor for our services. Today we'll be discussing about Dominica, which is citizenship by investment residency. So along we have around 9 programs all around the world for citizenship by investment. We also have residency programs that some of our clients are looking at in this part of the world and globally. And also we have implemented tax residency programs for certain of our clients who are looking at these solutions. Now, if we go into the detail of Dominica, so Dominica gives you access to more than 140 countries. The Commonwealth of Dominica is part of the Commonwealth, and it gives you access to UK, Schengen, Singapore, and Hong Kong. And it's a growing list of countries that we'll go into detail, and we'll have the chance of discussing with Prime Minister about the new agreement with countries that include, for example, Russia, China's, and many others. Now, if we go into the detail of the composition, as you can see, you can include, it's a vertical composition where a spouse can be included, the children up to the age of 30 can be included, and also the parents and the grandparents of the main applicant. So there's been introductions of new rules regarding the siblings of the main applicant. If they are over 18 and single and childless, they can be included. This has been a new adjustment that's been brought by the CIU to be able to enlarge the family composition. And obviously, once you get married or you have newborn children, they can be also included as a Dominican. It has a very tax efficient regime where there's no personal tax, gift tax, inheritance, or net worth tax, no global taxation. And there's no minimum presence required, and we handle your application from our offices where we operate around the world, and we handle your application from A to Z. It can be remotely also. We'll go into details of the process, but it's it can be remotely done and without you physically traveling to Dominica. Now, what are the different investment options? Obviously, our team will help you depending on your family composition, give you the best solutions, depending also on your budget. There's a donation option that starts at $100,000 for single plus fees, and it goes to, and then we have different rate depending on the family composition. For example, $175,000 for family of 4. And this goes to a fund, the Economic Diversification Fund or the Housing Fund in Dominica. So the option 1 pretty much is the most cost effective, and it's a donation. Or for certain individuals that have the budget and don't want to lose that money, we can invest into real estate. And again, there we will guide you toward the best real estate investment in the island that you can resell after 5 years. Now, in terms of the process, it's a Pretty much, I would say it's a streamlined process where in 5 months you will get your citizenship. So it starts with our due diligence checks, which include DDIQ and ICG to make sure that you are eligible. We'll sign a client agreement. We'll gather all of the documents for you, notarize all of the document and legalize. So we'll make sure that this is a very seamless process for yourself, and our team here will handle all of the forms. Then after, once the gathering of the document is done, we will submit your file with the government and the Citizenship by Investment Unit, and after answer all of the questions that CIU has regarding your file, and up to like the decision process that is usually comes. And now we've seen, I would say, speed in the process. Between 2 to 3 months, we get the approval. Then after, once the approval is obtained, we will make the final payment, which is either the donation amount or the real estate investment. So as you can see, it's stage also payment, that you don't need to pay the full amount straight away, which is important, and you can planify and plan the different payment processes. So now, after having discussed the process, we will hand over to Secret Bay team, Youssef, Eldessouky, and Gregor, Nassief, who will give us some highlights regarding Secret Bay.
Thanks, Mimoun, for the invitation, and it's a pleasure to be with you guys today. I'm Youssef Eldessouky, Business Development Director of Secret Bay, and today I'm going to share with you the insights and the information about our development in Dominica. And definitely, if you have any questions, please ask in the chat, and we'll try to answer as much as we can. And after this, I'll hand over to my CEO, Gregor Nassief, who will be in a live tour from Dominica. So before I start going to the details of the project, I'd like to start with this video to see the project. So I hope you enjoyed the video. So this is a real picture from Secret Bay. As you can see, I'm just going to give you a quick background on the project. Secret Bay is an operating resort since 2011 with a lot of awards in the last 8 years. As you can see in the picture, the 6 villas on the right side are the operating existing villas. And also we have 2 exclusive beaches, the middle one, which is called the Secret Bay, and also the one on the right side. Now I'm gonna take you through a presentation, or let's say points why investors should choose Secret Bay. The first reason is, as we just mentioned, that Secret Bay is an existing operation and ready product. Since 2011, Secret Bay is operating, and which is 8 years of operation, which means it's a proven we have proven track record and its operating asset with rental demand and rental returns. To support this with some figures, Skerrit Bay have an occupancy rates of an average 70% per annum, and our daily rates grew 80% over the last 8 years. So when we started, Skerrit Bay was $500 per night, and today we're talking about $900 per night on average. And in high seasons, which is Christmas, January, February, which is the winter season, it go up to $1,200 and $1,300 per night. This means that citizenship investors can look forward to immediate returns and immediate income from day one from their investment. Second reason is the competitive exit strategy that Skerrit Bay offers. Skerrit Bay have an established demand from non-citizenship investors who are looking to buy full villas in Skerrit Bay for home vacation purposes, and these people like mostly stay in the US and Canada, which means a citizenship investor can sell his interest only after 3 years, or he can sell his interest after 5 years to a citizenship investor, which provide a wider market for resale. Skerrit Bay currently work with over 50 agents globally in the Middle East and Africa, Hong Kong, China, Vietnam, and also in Europe. And this is definitely we will support in selling the share if any investor want to exit. Our full villas priced at $1.5 million up to $4 million. And our lifestyle sales were launched in December 2019. Third reason is the experience of GEMS Group. Skerrit Bay is part of GEMS Holdings Limited. GEMS owns and manages hotels in Dominica for over 30 years. Like the Dominica leading hotel, which is called Fort Young, is under GEMS umbrella. Also, there is Skerrit Bay, and there is another hotel called T-Bay Villas. So GEMS is committed to Dominica, and we have the experience and the agility to overcome any challenges and to ensure the future success of Skerrit Bay. Last reason is the perks. So as we just mentioned, each investor definitely will get the benefits of the passport, which is global mobility and freedom of traveling, and also will get immediate returns or annual returns every year on his investment with Skerrit Bay. But also he will get an access for 1 week per annum to stay in Skerrit Bay, rotating between high season and low season. If the investor wish not to go to Skerrit Bay, however, we want our investors to come and stay and visit Skerrit Bay, but for any reason, if the investor wish to exchange his week in Skerrit Bay, we are in partnership with a global exchange program called Third Home. Third Home have 11,000 villas in 90 countries, and any investor in Skerrit Bay can exchange his week in Skerrit Bay with 1 week in any country he wished to go to. Like, for example, if you want to go to Italy or Spain or Greece or the US, he can exchange his week in Skerrit Bay with a private villa and managed service villa in one of these countries. Or if the investor wish not to go to Skerrit Bay and don't want to use his week as well in the global exchange program, he can definitely give us his week and we'll put it in the rental pool, and that means more financial returns to the investor. Last thing, which is social distancing. It's a word that's very popular now in the current situation. Skerrit Bay was designed for social distancing before it became a popular word. Because of each villa has its own land or own plot, and it has its own swimming pool and dedicated stuff. So you can dine in the villa, you can have your spa in the villa and the gym, and personal trainer. So all wellness activities can be inside the villa. That means that the common areas will be limited. You will not use it that much, and which is protect our investors as well. Skerrit Bay also launched recently Stay Well program, which means sanitization and being careful and around the resort as well. So Skerrit Bay, as we mentioned, got a lot of awards in the last years, and recently we got the first and the best resort in the Caribbean and Barbados, and number 6 globally. That's by Travel and Leisure Magazine Awards in 2020. Other awards were from CNN, Rob Report, Bazaar, Caribbean Journal, and many more. Skerrit Bay, in the last year, in 2019, there were 114 articles written about it, and that an estimated views of 5 million readers read these articles. This is a master plan of the whole project. Peninsula, which is phase 1, this is the completed phase, and where this is where the shares were selling now. Hillside is phase 2, and we are handing over 4 new villas in phase 2 in November 1st, and then we will complete the rest of the phase by the next year as well. And then we have phase 3, which is Clifftop and Waterfront, that has around 17 villas, and last phase, Cliffside, it has only 3 villas. Last thing, I'll leave you with this video, and this is summarizing the points that we have just discussed.
Welcome to Skerrit Bay. We are now in one of our beautiful villas to share with you what we believe are the key reasons for citizenship investors to invest at Skerrit Bay. The first and the most important thing is that Skerrit Bay has been successfully operating as a resort now for 8 years, and we have done very, very well. So as a citizenship investor, you are investing in an existing villa which has a history of financial performance, and that means from day one you're entitled to a financial return from your investment. Because Skerrit Bay has non-citizenship investors who are acquiring villas at Skerrit Bay, citizenship investors can sell their interest in Skerrit Bay to a non-citizenship investor after just 3 years, or to a citizenship investor after 5 years. This provides for a more flexible and competitive exit strategy. The third point is that Skerrit Bay is part of the GEMS group. GEMS has been operating hotels in Dominica now for 30 years, and we have the experience and the agility to navigate the challenges and to ensure successful operation for the future. Finally, it's important to think about the perks. As an investor, you are entitled to enjoy 1 week per year at Skerrit Bay in your villa, or if you prefer, you can exchange that week to spend time in one of over 10,000 villas in 90 countries. We believe that this is a perk which you will use and you will enjoy. So to summarize, we are an existing operation with a proven track record. Your exit strategy is more flexible, and we are part of a group with many, many years of established success. And finally, with your investment comes perks that you can enjoy on an annual basis.
I hope you enjoyed the video, and thanks again for your time. Please let us know if you have any questions. We'll try to answer as much as we can. Now I'm handing over the mic to my CEO, Gregor Nassief, our Skerrit Bay CEO, and he will take us in a live tour in the resort. Over to you, Gregor.
Okay, thank you very much, Youssef, for that introduction. It is now my pleasure to introduce everyone to Secret Bay. Come with me. One of our wonderful beaches is here, Secret Beach. It is accessible by sea only, and the guests they take a kayak across and they enjoy the seclusion and the privacy. And in fact, Secret Bay is very much focused on the privacy of our guests and the service and so forth. So I wanted to bring you into our Zabuco villa, of which we have several of them, and I'm gonna walk you in. Come with me. It's okay, Francis. Yeah, and I'd like to remind everyone that we actually have some guests who are coming to Secret Bay very soon, so we are now preparing the villas for them. So standard with all the villas at Secret Bay is we have private pools. So really our villas are homes, fully equipped homes. Great, and of course the villas are built and functioning, and we have guests, and we've been successfully running Secret Bay now for many years. I'm going to take you upstairs. Okay, so come with me. You see we have really spectacular views, and all of our villas are actually have amazing views of the sea and also the rainforest. I'm going to take you inside. Okay, great. Here we have our kitchens, and again, our guests have the feel and the function of a home. They can enjoy their meals in the villa or in the restaurant as well. And here we have some of the beautiful views. So this is our T-Bay beach, and Secret Bay actually has access to 3 beaches. I'm gonna now take you into the bedroom. Come through. So here we have the bed. You have a tub as well. Great. The shower, bathroom. Okay. Great. Let's go. Great. So here again we have the private pool. We have a beautiful view of the beach and the forest. And of course, our guests have all the privacy and seclusion that they want. And here is a really spectacular view, once again, of the beach and of the mountains and the rainforest. So again, persons who choose to invest in a Secret Bay are investing in a project that is already built. We continue to expand, but you're investing in something that is successfully functioning. Let me show you inside our beautiful Tife villa, which is an upstairs, downstairs villa, and likewise with all of the villas we have our own kitchens, so guests can eat in the villa if they wish to. Okay, so I'm going to take you to see the restaurant at this stage, and I hope that gives you a good feel for the beauty of Secret Bay and the safety of an investment in Secret Bay. Let's go. We currently have 6 villas at Secret Bay, and those investors who participate now are actually investing in those 6 villas, and we have a very significant expansion planned, and we have 4 new villas which will start operating in the next 90 days, and next year we will grow from 10 villas this year to 16 villas next year. So one of the key focuses that we have is that whenever an investor chooses to invest in Secret Bay, we have already built what they are investing in, and it's not a case where you invest and then you wait for 4 or 5 years for the project to be completed. This is a significant advantage we have at Secret Bay. We're coming into our restaurant here, which is also being cleaned right now, waiting for guests, so come through with me. So thank you everyone for sharing this time with me and for giving me the opportunity to introduce you to Secret Bay. It has really been a pleasure. And at this time, I will pass you over to my good friend, Ambassador Emmanuel Nanthan, to answer your questions about Dominica Citizenship by Investment Program. Thank you.
Thank you, Gregor, for this amazing presentation and a beautiful project. Before we have the discussion with Emmanuel Nanthan, we have the pleasure and honor of having the Honorable Roosevelt Skerrit with us, who managed to squeeze some time for us before the cabinet. So without further ado, let's start the session. Thank you so much. So now we have the pleasure and the honor of having with us the Honorable Roosevelt Skerrit, Prime Minister of the Commonwealth of Dominica. Well, it's a great pleasure and honor every time to interact with you, Prime Minister. The last time was in Dubai when you came to visit us, and also the opening of the beautiful embassy of the Commonwealth of Dominica in Abu Dhabi, followed by a dinner here in Dubai. And it's always an immense pleasure to spend time with yourself and with the delegation of Dominica here in the UAE. And obviously, before that, we had the chance to also meet in the beautiful island of the Commonwealth of Dominica. So you don't need any introduction. I think you are among the youngest head of states and prime minister. You've been running this beautiful island of Dominica since 2004, if my memory is correct, or 2004. So you recently won the election, landslide victory in December. Congratulations again with that. And we've been following and being very supportive of the politic that you put in place in Dominica, the Commonwealth of Dominica. Congratulations for the number of COVID cases that has been very few, and welcoming back again the tourists. I think I've done most of the introductions, but still we want to hear a little bit about yourself before asking you a couple of questions regarding the programs and have your insight. Thank you so much again, Prime Minister, to be with us, and looking forward to this interactive session with you.
Well, thank you, Mimoun. It's a wonderful pleasure for me to be part of this event. I would have liked for it to have been in the physical presence of each other, and of course all your colleagues. But first, I want to say, you know, we in the government of Dominica, we have great appreciation for you personally, and also for Reef Trust and Latitude. You know, you have been an exceptional partner of Dominica. You know, and we value your partnership. We value the contribution which you, with Reef Trust and Latitude, have been making to our economy and our economic development. You know, creation of jobs and bringing foreign exchange into our country, which is always needed by every country in the world. More so a small island nation like ours. And so do not underestimate the contribution which you are making to the welfare and well-being of so many families and citizens in our country. And I am very, very grateful to yourself and to all your colleagues and Reef Trust and Latitude for this exceptional partnership. And so I wanted to register upfront my personal appreciation and that of the government and indeed the people of Dominica. And you know, words cannot express how grateful we are. And of course, beyond that, you have been providing us with advice and guidance on how to improve the program, how to ensure that the Dominica's program is always ahead of the game, so to speak. And we value this. And please let the advice keep coming, the recommendations keep coming. We do not have all the answers to the challenges, but certainly practitioners like yourself who are in the marketplace are already the people who have the profound knowledge and insights into this industry, and value this. Our country is doing well so far. Thank God for this. You know, we only had 18 cases, COVID cases, all of whom were successful in the recovery. Nobody died. And just to say to you that we had some patients, a couple of patients in the 80s. One gentleman was 85 years old with all sorts of underlying health issues, from being asthmatic to hypertensive to diabetic, and he survived in our small nation, you know, which is a testimony to the extraordinary efforts which my government and our people place in the preparation to fight in COVID-19. And so we have some lessons that we can share with the rest of the world in terms of containment of COVID-19. As you indicated, the economy is opening up. We have opened to visitors on August 7th, so visitors can in fact come to the country. We have not placed a ban on any country coming, any citizen from any country coming in. You know, we believe that there are mechanisms and systems to mitigate against the risk, and we rely heavily on testing. In this fight of COVID-19, testing is critical, and the integrity of your testing system is critical. So even in our preparation for COVID-19, we ensured that we had the testing capacity in Dominica. And we were one of the few countries in the Caribbean who could do PCR testing in the early days, early months of COVID-19 in our country. And this was, we were able to maintain that and to build on this. And we are also able to give you the test result, the PCR test result within an hour or within 2 hours or within 3 hours, where the case may be and so on. So we are moving on. the economy has been challenged like every other country in the world. But the good thing about Dominica is that while our economy might be small, but it is more diversified. So we have agriculture, we have the services, we have some tourism, so we can feed ourselves, and we can also feed the islands in the Caribbean as well. So
definitely, PM Skerrit, because there's thank you so much for that first insight, and you already provided a lot of the element that in some of the questions. And first of all, coming back, obviously on behalf of Reef Trust and Latitude Group, we'd like to thank you and the government also for this recognitions, and we are very happy to work with you hand in hand, not only to guide our clients but also to guide the program. So this is a great opportunity, that we've seen with the Commonwealth of Dominica and Dominica CIU is you are flexible and you are listening. So this is a great acknowledgement, and you've done some changes recently to change that. But because this session is for Middle Eastern client and African clients. So in a nutshell, if you can first, say a word for our Middle Eastern clients that are from here. So from here, Dubai, we cover the Middle East and Africa, and we have a lot of clients from this part of the world, be Syria, Lebanon, Yemen, Iraq. And so if you can say a word about address to this clientele, how is the Commonwealth of Dominica towards this part of the world? And the second question also related to more the Nigerian and the African clients. So if you can, first of all, reply on, let us know about the Middle East, and then I will ask you also for the Africa. But let's start with the Middle East first.
In respect to the Middle East, we know that there are many issues relating to different family structures in the Middle East. There are people who unfortunately are stateless people, and we have been able to cater for this type of structures and different type of structures. And you saw recently we made some changes in regards to dependents, because we recognize that the Middle East has a peculiar and particular circumstance where large families are concerned, and because the Middle East people the families are very closely linked, and there's a tightness of the families, and we want to ensure we can keep families together as far as possible. Keep families together. In respect to the stateless people, from me personally, from an ideological position, we have to help these people, and this is why I am very much involved in the CBI industry, because I understand what a small nation like my country is doing to so many families. Who, because of their circumstance, have been born into this world without having a nationality. And a nationality is an important identity. And not having that identity is of concern should be of concern to all of us, including the United Nations. And so we see ourselves as playing a very important role in the reunification of families, in providing a nationality to many stateless people, and ensuring that we can keep families together. And in our region, Dominica is a very peaceful country. And once you're a citizen of our country, we accord that respect to you, that appreciation to you, like we do with, like myself, who was born in my country. And we do not discriminate, we do not differentiate. You become a citizen, you are indeed a citizen. And this is why, in our case in Dominica, if you become a citizen of our country and you were to have a child tomorrow, that child will automatically become a Dominican citizen. And like myself, if my children were born out of Dominica, they would also automatically become Dominican citizens. And so there's no differentiation. You can come to our country and own property, like I do, and it is protected by the Constitution. The state cannot expropriate your property or nationalize your companies. If it does, it has to compensate you with fair market value. So in terms of the Middle East, we understand the cultural nuances there. We understand the family structure there. We understand the issue of being stateless, and we have been able to devise and programs and offerings to address those peculiar challenges confronting the Middle East. And you saw in recent weeks the amendments to the regulations where dependents are concerned, because
Yes.
we recognize that as time goes by, we will need to make certain changes to cater for this particular group of people.
Yeah, and staying on the Middle East, and obviously, I think one of the great achievement that you have was opening the embassy in Abu Dhabi here to serve the people from this part of the world. So it's been, I think I just wanted to.
Yeah, first of all, I mean, we established the embassy there because one, we value the relationship that we have been able to develop with the UAE. The UAE has become a very, very strong partner for Dominica. We have cooperation in a number of areas, especially on the energy front. They've been very helpful on renewable energy, on education. And so they've been very helpful to us. And so we wanted to ensure that we send a signal to them that we are serious about this relationship between Dominica and the United Arab Emirates. And secondly, we wanted to also say to our citizens in the UAE and the Middle East that we're not only interested in your financial investments. You know, we want to ensure that we are able to look out for you, reach out to you, and to provide you with services. So you saw recently, unfortunately, with the explosion in Beirut, we reached out not only to the government of Lebanon, but we reached out to our citizens and to say to them, if you need help, please contact our embassy or please contact our consulate in Athens, Greece, because we see them the same way we see those of us who were born into our country.
Okay, thank you so much regarding the Middle East. Last point that is also valid for our so now last point, sorry, for the Middle East, it was regarding the mobility is a key factor and having access to more and more countries. How do you? I mean, obviously Russia. There has been a new I would say treaty with Russia. We're working on China. Is there any new countries that you are working on?
Yeah, China is settled. COVID-19 has put a halt on it in terms of the final signature to the agreement. So all of the negotiations have been completed. We've agreed on the terms of the agreement. So everything is fine. It's fine. There are a number of countries that in Africa and elsewhere that we are finalizing, and I believe in the next months we'll be able to announce an increased number of countries where you can have visa-free access to. So the numbers are increasing. Our passport is well respected and well regarded. As a matter of fact, towards the end of this year, we'll also be introducing the biometric passports to help improve on the security of our passports and to also increase the integrity of our passports.
Now coming back to obviously there's two routes for the citizenship. The first one is a donation, obviously. Second one is the real estate investment, and one of the projects that we are looking at and that we recommend to our clients is a Skerrit Bay. So can you tell us a little bit more about Skerrit Bay? I mean, obviously it's your prime minister, so you need to have like all of you cannot be biased toward one project or not, but it will be good to have also your insight toward that.
Yeah. First of all, the developer, Mr. Gregor Nassief, is a well-known and well-respected citizen of Dominica and also an investor. He and his family are well-known investors in Dominica in the hotel industry, in manufacturing, in agriculture, in goods and services. You name it, his family has a footprint in our country, and we appreciate his family's contribution to our country. And in his case personally, you know, I have the greatest admiration for him and the greatest respect for him. And I was very happy that he decided to enlist his project under the CBI because it will certainly enhance the integrity of our program and the offerings of our program. His project is centered around the protection and the conservation of the environment. And this is very important for Dominica because we pride ourselves on protecting the environment and consider ourselves to be the nature island of the Caribbean. And so whatever investments we do, we want to ensure that they can maintain the pristine nature of our country. And Secret Bay offers this. Secret Bay has received a number of international accolades and recognition because of the services that they offer and the type of development and product which they offer to the client. And so I would say to anyone who is listening to me that investing in Secret Bay, you can be assured of your investments. That you're putting your investments into the hands of a gentleman in the person of Mr. Gregor Nassief with the highest level of integrity that is can be contested. And the project itself is a sustainable project. You can be assured of a return on your investment. You can be assured of proper accounting of your investment. You can be assured of a proper reporting and auditing of your investment. And so you can literally close your eyes and sign this agreement where Secret Bay is concerned. I mean, and this is the extent to which I am prepared to give my stamp of recommendation to any potential investor who wishes to invest in Secret Bay. The project has started. As you know, before he entered into the CBI project, he already had an existing hotel. So it is not somebody who is coming and say, well, let me do this for the first time. No, he started it on his own funds, and he was very successful. And I am the one who really reached out to him to encourage him to be part of the CBI project and so on. And he responded in the affirmative, and I appreciate that. And so on the component under the CBI has in fact started. Secret Bay will have about 4 villas completed by the end of this year. That will be open to guests. And I can tell you it is a project that cannot be compared to any Caribbean and in the world really. It's a fantastic project. And I would urge anyone who's hearing me or listening to me, do not hesitate to invest in this project. And of course, he has people like yourself, with trust and latitude to advance. So he has been able to put together some very good people and abilities to advance the project and so on. So the whole team surrounding Secret Bay is a solid team, and people can be assured of the investment. So there should be absolutely no hesitation. And take it from me, and I'm not saying so because I'm the Prime Minister of the country. I'm saying so because all what I'm saying is absolutely true.
No, definitely. I mean, I can only echo your word, Mr. Prime Minister. I went there the first time, and well, I think, and we had marketing team here in Dubai, and the great thing about Secret Bay, it's a love story between him and his wife, and you can see that in the development of the project. So obviously for us, we know the project, we know the advantage, but it's important for the people listening to us from this part of the world who are bombarded with different offerings to be guided. And this is our role as also a authorized marketing agent, to advise our client in terms of the donation, in terms of real estate development. And I agree with you, like the good things about this industry, and this is in general, in the past, there were less good product where to invest into real estate. And right now, and Secret Bay is one of them, to have the opportunity for the client to invest. And we came to the opening of also the Kempinski back in September, and it's great to see like the range of hotels opening up in Dominica. So if you can comment a little bit on the hospitality, how many?
We have about 7 projects approved. We've been very careful with which project we give consideration to. Had we given consideration to all projects which came before us, we would have had about 100 of them, to be honest with you. But we've been very careful. We want to ensure that, yes, we need the investments. Yes, we need the jobs. Yes, we need to alleviate poverty in our country. Yes, we need to grow the economy. But we are very careful about not putting anything on the market where people will lose their money. You know, we're I'm very careful as Prime Minister that we do not put our signature on any project that we believe cannot stand the test of scrutiny, and where there is a risk of people losing their money because of the behavior of any developer. So we have been very careful with this. And so the projects which we have approved, we are standing by them. We believe and we accept that they maintain the highest degree of accountability and transparency and integrity. And so we have, as you mentioned, the range, the Kempinski, which is completed. We have the Anichi, which is under construction. Jungle Bay was completed. You know, and just recently they used the period of COVID-19 to complete the additional villas. They'll be reopening to the public, to the guests in October of this year. And we have the Hilton, Tranquility Beach. All of the structures are up. He is now doing the tiling and the finishings in the interior and the exterior of all the properties. And so these projects are going on very, very, very nicely, and we can see the success of them. We can see that they're completed, some have completed, and some under construction. So you can come into a country and see things happening and see this project going on. We also have had the housing program, which is a novel initiative on our part, utilizing the CBI to build homes for citizens, especially after the devastation caused by Hurricane Maria in 2017. And so far, we have been able to hand over keys to hundreds of families across Dominica with homes built utilizing the CBI funds. And that project is continuing. We're building now a massive second hospital in the north of the country, utilizing the CBI funds, and several health centers, health clinics across the length and breadth of Dominica, modernizing the health infrastructure and ensuring that that all people can have improved access to healthcare, which is so important, especially if you are expanding your tourism offering, your hospitality services. People want to ensure that if I come to a country, they can provide me with the optimal healthcare that I would need in the event that I need it. In terms of education, building schools and infrastructure, public infrastructure, roads and bridges. And so we have been able to utilize the CBI in a very constructive way. We have been able to use it to reduce our external debt, for example. And about 70%, 75% of our public sector investment program is financed by the CBI. So what we've been able to do, Mimoun, is to use the CBI, one, to reduce poverty, reduce our external debt, and minimize the imposition of taxes on our citizens to finance our capital investment projects, and also to build our human resource capacity and to grow economy. So in agriculture, we've invested in agriculture. In small business development, I just announced in my budget address last month a major financing package for small businesses in our country, where we'll be on lending funds to them at 1% interest. You know, utilizing the CBI funds to help expand and to sustain the small and medium-sized enterprises in our country, a very critical component of job creation and employment opportunities for citizens. So we have been able to use the CBI funds in a very constructive manner and to ensure that the citizens of Dominica can benefit from this major aspect of our country.
Yeah, thank you so much for saying about like all of the use that is used. I mean, behind it's an industry that is going toward the people, and thank you for summarizing. I know, you know, we're running short of time, and thank you. We already extended to the time that was allowed.
That's fine.
Just the last questions before. So obviously for the one, you know, aside from the economic growth, why else an investor should choose Dominica, the natural island of the Caribbean, as a destination for citizenship? I mean,
one, you know, you are investing in a tried and tested program. We have been around since 1993. It's a transparent program. It's a program that has been nominated as the best program in the region over the last several years by independent arbiters. So it's not only the government that is saying so to the people. Independent arbiters have said so, like PricewaterhouseCoopers and so forth. You know, your citizenship is assured. You know, if there's a change of government tomorrow, they cannot take your citizenship from you. It is protected by the law of this country. You see. So people have to appreciate that. You hear in some countries, you know, politicians say, well, you know, if I come into government, I will rescind decisions of citizenship. Yeah. This is not going to happen in Dominica. Whether I am Prime Minister Dominica or any other person becomes Prime Minister Dominica, because the Constitution protects these new citizens. And your investments are protected by our Constitution and by our laws. And you get the same privileges that our citizenship affords to a citizen by birth as it is a citizen through the Citizens by Investment Program. So one doesn't have to think twice or think for any long minute to invest in our country's program, whether it is on the cash option or the housing or the real estate of the program. This is, you can't get more transparent than this insofar as our program is concerned. And the other important thing is that, you know, the program has the understanding and the support of the vast majority of our citizens. And in respect to the government is fully committed to the program, myself personally as Prime Minister. And also, in terms of the relationship between the unit and people like Rift Trust and Latitude and others, our unit is the most accessible unit in the world. Ambassador Nanthan has been doing a fantastic job in ensuring that in response to the queries of people like yourself and other practitioners in the industry, Nanthan can be reached at any time of day or night. And WhatsApp or by telegraph or whatever, telegram, whatever it is, Ambassador Nanthan is available. And that is important. You know, it is all about, for us, it is all about relationships. It is all about respecting and appreciating those who are contributing to this industry. Because the unit alone cannot get clients into Dominica, investors in Dominica. And so we value the investors. And this is why, for example, I have my cabinet meeting going on now as we speak, but I felt it important to make some time for this event, you know, understanding the value of the relationship with yourself, Rift Trust, and Latitude, and of course, Secret Bay, and the CBI program as a whole.
Thank you so much. I mean, thank you so much. Two last questions while I have you. I mean, I hope the cabinet will not, will try to make it very short, you know.
Right.
So you've said some of the changes and you've brought some of the changes, but it was more toward like the family composition, you know, the driving license, which is a great advancement. And it seems like right now, the pricing, I mean, you did not go the route of some of the other islands to bring the pricing down for families. I mean, and I think we are there as a statu quo. I mean, can you confirm that tendency? This is like, what I've seen compared to previously is not a price war anymore. It's just more like the add-on that are important. If you can give a little.
We don't believe that the shifting of prices is the answer to the challenges confronting the CBI industry. You know, if tomorrow, you know, Ferrari or Range Rover are going to be reducing the price to that of any ordinary vehicle, then what is the value of it? You know, and so if something is valuable, and it is worth the value that it has been set at, why reduce the price? You know, you could maybe change the color, you could maybe change the quality of the leather in the interior, you know, you could improve, you could have more expensive wood trimmings in the interior and so forth, but you maintain the price, you know, and that's what we have done. We when COVID came about, I engaged the industry. And I said, what can we do to facilitate potential clients or even existing Dominican citizens? And the recommendations came back, the actions which we took were really unanimous recommendations coming out of the industry. So we maintained the price as it is now, but we have been able to facilitate existing citizens and prospective citizens. And I believe at the end of the day, we're all winners. It is affordable, and it also addresses particular and peculiar challenges and particular circumstances which many families have found themselves in. So, and the feedback coming to me has been very positive, and we have seen an increase in inquiries about becoming a citizen of Dominica and investing in our program.
Okay. PM Skerrit, I don't want to retain too much, and because of the decision, probably they're waiting for you to,
no, that's okay.
to agree. Okay. So I would like to thank you for that. We have a Q&A now with Ambassador Nanthan and with Secret Bay. Obviously, you are most welcome to stay with us, but I think you have some important decision to take. So I would like to thank you, and I will let you the last word to conclude on this. Again, thank you very much for your fantastic insight about Dominica, but also about the industry, and for our part of the world here in the Middle East, but also in Africa, where we're seeing a lot of interest and growth for Dominica.
Well, thank you, Mimoun, and thank you to Rich Trust and Attitude and Secret Bay. You will be in very capable hands with Ambassador Nanthan, where the direct questions we ask of him, of the operations of the unit, and among other things. Just to say to everyone that Dominica offers to you a very solid program, a very transparent program, one that adheres to the highest degree of good governance and practices, integrity. You become a citizen of Dominica, your investments can be assured. We respect and appreciate you as a citizen. You are provided with the same privileges as all of us as citizens are extended to. As you recognize, we are improving and increasing the services to you. So we're not only interested in your investments, which we welcome. We want to ensure that you remain connected to Dominica at every stage, and this is why we are seeking to. We have opened up, and we're opening up consulates and embassies in various parts of the world, recognizing that our citizens will require the services from time to time, and so we're seeking to bring the services to you where you are, and to facilitate you. But also say to you, we look forward to you coming to your country. Instead of going to Paris for vacation or to New York or to London, the best place to be is in your country to come up with Dominica. And you could stay at Secret Bay, or you could stay at many of the hotels that have been financed by the CBI, enjoy the waterfalls, the lakes, the hot springs, the greenery. And very importantly, our country is one of the safest countries in the world. And we look forward to you bringing your families here. And if you want to run away from COVID-19, the country to come to is Dominica.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, PM Skerrit. And definitely, I look forward to coming back to the island. It's been a long time, and sure. It will be hopefully this year, if not in 2021.
Sure. Well, all the best to you personally and to your family. Okay. Stay safe, and God's blessing to all of you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, PM Skerrit. Okay, it was a great insight with the PM Skerrit. So now let's, without further delay, go into the Q&A session with Ambassador Emmanuel Nanthan. And again, reminder, please send us your questions. I will, and we will make sure to reply them at the end of the panel session. Thank you. So it was a great session with PM Skerrit, and unfortunately could not stay with us for the Q&A because I'm sure like a lot of you would have had a question for him. But we have with us Ambassador Nanthan, the head of CAU and Special Ambassador to the Commonwealth of Dominica with us, who will answer the question related to the Citizenship by Investment Program and also any other question related to Dominica. Also with us today, we have Youssef Eldessouky, based in Dubai here with us and representing Secret Bay because we have some questions. So we'll go into the detail of the question. We have many, and obviously we'll try to answer as many as possible. To only have like around 20 minutes. So we'll go through the details of the question. And just obviously after that, if you have questions, you can always send them by email and we can reply to them afterwards. But without due delay, first question is for you, Ambassador Nanthan, because we have a lot of the audience from the Middle East. And a simple question that we're getting is why obtaining a Dominica citizens is frequently described as a plan B for clients here from the Middle East.
Good evening to you, Mimoun. It's really nice being here with you. I think you had a great session with the Prime Minister earlier. And of course, it's also a pleasure working with Reef Trust and Latitude in expanding and promoting the Dominica program. For us, what we do is largely dependent on you, people like you, like yourselves, who meet the clients and who interface and interact with them and direct them in what they do, where they invest. They have trust and confidence in you. And that's why we, knowing you, are able to assist us in responding to the needs of the clients. So for us, really, having agents like you is a blessing. And we want to thank you, your company, Reef Trust, and Latitude for working with us over the years. Knowing you personally over a number of years, I must say it has been fun. It has been a pleasurable and memorable one. We're looking forward to having many more years working with you and with Reef Trust and Latitude. Now, in terms of your question with regards to
thank you so much, Ambassador Nanthan, because we get into the things, and thank you very much for your kind words. And obviously, it goes a long ways in Dominica and another part of the world. And same as you, looking forward to many more years of working together. So I'll let you also, do that introduction to you. I mean, if that's required, and also Youssef, a couple of minutes for him. But back to you, Ambassador Nanthan. Thank you.
Yes, for us in Dominica, we often regarded as a plan B for business people in the Middle East who are looking forward to continuing their lives in a normal way as possible. Dominica, we have had a program, as the Prime Minister mentioned, from 1993. 20 years in the business. So we're doing very well. They know and trust the Dominica program. They know and trust what we deliver. They have seen friends who have been with us in the program for many years, and the children and the children's children have been citizens of Dominica. So having a Dominican passport offers a businessman, a family, the opportunity to pick up their passport on demand and travel to many countries around the world. You know, we continue to expand our visa-free access, and business people operating in the Middle East sometimes, unfortunately, are held back by many reasons. Some of them nationality, some of them where they work, some of them where they were born and where their parents came from. So they have that kind of limitation. When they invest in Dominica and become citizens of Dominica, it opens up the world for them in ways that they just never imagined. And we have seen the experiences of thousands and thousands of people in the Middle East. That's why we keep transforming and adapting our program to meet the needs and the demands of these people. So often there are business people, families in the Middle East who have worked hard, who have been very successful, who develop the country where they reside. But they can't travel for business. They can't travel for healthcare. They can't travel to visit other members of the family elsewhere. And sometimes with upheavals and other reasons, like what happened in Lebanon, they're limited to where they are. When you get a Dominican passport, it offers you the opportunity to get up and move. I'm very impressed as the head of the unit to see that the number of people in the travel industry, how many captains from some of the best known airline companies in the Middle East are applying for Dominican citizenship. If that's what they do, if a captain of an airline Emirates or Qatar Air can get up and say, you know, I want a Dominican passport. Who travels more than him? That's his life, that's his job. But these people apply for Dominican citizenship because they see the ease and access in which it allows them to go on and do their business. So for us, it's good having people like you working with. For us, the history that we have in the industry and with the, in the Middle East is exceptionally good. And that's why we find more and more families, more and more businesses are applying for citizenship for their members of the families and even for the employees. So we have seen in some instances, some companies applying for citizenship in Dominica for the whole of the head of the organization, because they know and understand the significance of being a citizen of Dominica and how well it gives them access to the rest of the world.
Okay, thank you so much, Ambassador Nanthan. Youssef, a little bit introduction about yourself, and then I have we have one question for you. I mean, a simple one is, why are investors choosing Secret Bay? So, floor is yours.
First of all, thanks, Mimoun, for the session, and it's a pleasure to work with Rift Trust, one of our preferred partners in the Middle East, and one of the biggest companies in the industry that helped us a lot in the last year since we started selling the shares in Secret Bay. And it's really one of my personal favorite companies to work with, and the team in Rift Trust. So thank you again for the opportunity and the session. What we've discovered in the last year after talking to a lot of investors, why they prefer Secret Bay, because it's real investment. It's a ready project. People tend now to invest in something that they feel it's valuable and it's there already, rather than just investing in something that off-plan and they have to wait. Investing in off-plan projects, definitely it's something, maybe an opportunity for other people, but in such market, people think it's risky at this stage to invest in off-plan when they don't know when it will be completed. And what we've found out with our investors recently, when we speak to them and when they speak to us and telling us about their reasons, that Secret Bay is an existing project with ready product that's generating income from day one, and that's something they feel it's real in the Caribbean. Also they feel the value of real estate. You know, real estate market is big all over the world, but when they go to the Caribbean and they find something like Secret Bay, which have a lot of awards over the years and it's valuable, they prefer to invest in something like this.
Yeah. No, definitely. That's we have quite a few questions after that. I will come back to you regarding the real estate investment. Question to you, like for Middle Eastern. I mean, obviously there's a donation part, Ambassador Nanthan, and there's also the real estate part. To be able to, as a good real estate investment, obviously how the COVID situation and how the tourism will be affecting all of this real estate investment in Dominica. If you can let us know. I mean, obviously you're not a real estate specialist, but if you can let us know also what have you seen over the recent weeks and months prior to during this COVID crisis?
Well, interestingly, I'm in Dominica. You could become a citizen through two ways of investment. One is the direct government fund, where you could invest monies into the government coffers that's utilized for a number of reasons, for national development and national objectives. Or you could invest in real estate, where you would invest in a pre-approved government real estate. In most cases, these are well-known, high-quality luxury 5-star hotels. Today, we're working with Secret Bay. Secret Bay has been developed by Mr. Gregor, Nassief, and his family. They are, as the Prime Minister mentioned, well-known families in Dominica. They run the top hotel chain or establishment in Dominica, and have been doing so for a number of years. Secret Bay is, in fact, a very, very high-end luxurious resort. They have won a number of world awards. They have done so for a number of years. And the experience at Secret Bay, really and truly, is fantastic. If I may say so myself, I mean, Mimoun, you and I have traveled many places around the world. When you go to Secret Bay, it takes it to another level. So an investor is given the opportunity to invest in a luxurious, eco-friendly, high-end, 5-star resort, at the same time being offered the opportunity of citizenship of Dominica, which gives him the opportunity for he and his family to travel around the world. In recent years, in recent months, with COVID, we have seen more and more interest in Dominica for real estate. As a matter of fact, I have had calls for people saying, you know, I'm going to apply. I'm coming to Dominica. I'm coming to Dominica to sit out this COVID situation. So we have seen people coming in and staying at these luxury hotels in Dominica, and they are here. They have been for a number of months. They will continue to stay here for a number of months until we get some control over the COVID situation globally. Let's hope, inshallah, that we get proper treatment and we get something that would be able to treat the system. So we will get over and move on with that. But we have seen the interest of people coming to Dominica, particularly because we have these luxurious hotels that are very well taken care of, and also because we have managed to control the disease in Dominica so far very well. We have only had 18 cases, all of whom have recovered, and we haven't had a case recorded in Dominica for over 3 months. So people are saying, you know, there's solid infrastructure in Dominica in terms of internet. There are luxurious hotels like Secret Bay. We're going to come there, stay there, make that our home, enjoy all the fresh air and all the beauty, the fauna and the flora of Dominica, enjoy the ability to move around the country unlimited without too much problems, just observing natural protocols for social distancing, 6 feet, wear your mask, etc. But we can walk in Dominica, we can move around, we can go to the beaches or the rivers, and we can do so being relatively safe away from COVID, since we have not had a COVID case in Dominica for the last, for over 3 months now. And every case we have had in Dominica have recovered nicely and have been sent home. So these hotels like Secret Bay and the others we have under the program, they are proving for us the ability and the tenacity of our program. The high nature in terms of the 5-star class and services offered is really exceptional. And I think investors more and more are showing interest in investing in those hotels, not just for citizenship and what we have done over the years in citizenship, but also the way in which Dominica has managed to really properly manage the COVID situation.
No, definitely. I mean, me myself visited Secret Bay, and it's a fantastic hotel. And the extension of the residence, the hotel was there before, and I'm sure, like, you can talk about it, Youssef, if you can, you know, tell us about the expected returns. I mean, what are the perks of buying into Secret Bay? I mean, I know it's quite a lot, we have a lot of questions about the investment itself. You know, what does it mean? I mean, for people who don't know Secret Bay, if you can give us some figures, please. And
well, Secret Bay, as we mentioned, it's been operating since 2011, and it has proven track record of rental demands and rental returns. Since we got the approval from the government to be an approved project and we signed our first shareholders, people start getting returns from day one. So last quarter of 2019, people got an approximate of 3% net returns. And also first quarter of 2020, they got around 3% net returns. And this is according to occupancy rates and rental rates of the villas. We're talking about average occupancy rate of 70% and average daily rate of $1,000 per night, because it's, as Ambassador Nanthan said, it's one of the most luxurious hotels in the Caribbean. So yeah, the returns are really good comparing to probably other developments. And this is something that we try to sustain the success of Secret Bay by paying out returns to investors on time and so on. As a perks of investors, regarding your second questions, as I mentioned in my presentation, investors get definitely the benefit of the passport, of Dominica passport, and they get annual returns every year. They also, one of the perks that they can use their villa 1 week per annum, rotating between high season or low season. So they can go to Dominica and stay in their villa for 1 week. Or if they don't want to go to Dominica, they can go through a global exchange program called Third Home. Third Home have around 11,000 properties in 90 countries globally. so they can exchange their week in Skerrit Bay and spend another week in a different country and in a different private villa. And we believe that's a perk that a lot of investors will use.
Yeah, no, definitely. It's what is it? It's really Chateau or
it's called Third Home Global Exchange Program.
Okay.
Yeah.
But no, this is very interesting one. Ambassador Nanthan, we're getting some question regarding the new, the pricing, the new changes into the program. If you can give us an update about, the changes that happened recently and anything else that we should expect after the COVID situation also.
You see, when we had the COVID situation, which we still do have, but in the early days of the COVID situation, we sat back and we thought and we wondered what is it we could do as a country, as a program for our citizens. Basically, the idea is to look in the mirror and look at yourself and see what is it that you could do to make the industry better. We do not believe in fighting, in propaganda, price wars, etc. We believe that it is our aim and our objective to improve our program in every way. So in Dominica, the family for us is a major unit. The family is important. And while we stay safe and we stay at home and we try to protect ourselves and our families, we believe that if you could look at the program in terms of the impact on the family, that is where we could make a better contribution. So we went out and we made adjustments to allow families to be united, families to take care of each other, families to be among and around each other all the time. So therefore we made changes to our program with regard to the families. We were able to, one, reduce the age of your parents and who you could add as dependent before it used to be 55 plus. So we reduced that. We allow you to put in not just your parents, but your grandparents as well. And sometimes parents have children who you have to be under 30 and going to university. We took off the university aspect of it. Once your dependents are substantially on your parents, then we will allow you to go on. And we felt that it was important to also allow people to add in some of the siblings, because sometimes you're the successful member of the family, you take care of your brothers and your sisters, you can't go ahead without them and leave them behind. So during this COVID situation, we decided that we're going to extend citizenship to your siblings, your brother, your sister, once they're under 25, unmarried and without children. So we're able to do that as well, to allow the families to stay together as a unit. We also made one slight change in terms of price, and that was for the spouse. Because normally you could add your dependents for 25,000, if your siblings over 18, adult would be 50,000, but your spouse was 75,000. So that was really an abnormality which we had for spouse. We felt that we needed to adjust that. So we reduced the spouse addition from 75 to 50,000. As a result, if you want to add a family number 4, because your spouse is now 50,000, so a family of up to 4 would be 175 instead of 200,000. That is if you do the direct government donation. For real estate, the prices were already low for families, so that was not affected really. But in the COVID situation, we made amendments to ensure that the family unit stays united, stays together, and can work together as a people. Because for us as Dominicans, that's who we are. The family and the family unit, the family structure is important to us as a people and as a country. And that's why we made those changes, to make our program more attractive for families and to keep the family units together.
Okay, thank you. I mean, we've seen like the reaction in the market, and that's what has been very positive, and also along with, and I think you can come back also with the perks of the driving license that's available. So there's been some amazing changes. Thank you for that. Youssef, we have some questions regarding, you mentioned the return. If you can specify what's going to be the expected returns on that, and when the residence will be open, when the investor will have the residencies open.
So the expected returns for investors is around 3%. So as I said, last Q of 2019, first Q of 2020, investors got 3% on average. And definitely we had to close the hotel or the resort due to COVID situation. But we started again last week. So Skerrit Bay is now open for guests again. And definitely anyone would invest in Skerrit Bay, we're expecting that he will get around 3% per annum as returns. And that's, as I said, going to be related to the figures of occupancy rates and daily rates. The other question is when the residences is open. We are asking regarding due to the COVID situation. Now it's open, and we got our first guests last Thursday.
Okay. Yeah, it was more like when the new project.
The new phase.
Yeah, the new phase. Yeah.
So we have 4 villas from the next phase. They should be handed over by 1st of November, and then we will start selling them as well, starting from that date.
That's good. We don't have that much time. I think we're limited. If you can, Youssef, give your final conclusion to that before I ask a final question to Emmanuel, Nanthan to wrap up. So if you have a message for potential investor, what it would be?
I would say Dominica is a very special country, and they have a very powerful passport that can unlock many obstacles for you, and you can travel freely around the world. And the government really reacted really well in different situations, whether it's COVID situation and other situations. And the processing time is really fast comparing to other Caribbean programs. So I've been always advising Dominica is one of the most reliable programs in the industry. And the second point is Rift Trust is, as I said, it's one of our preferred partners, and it's trustworthy agent that anyone will deal with them, definitely will get the best advice, and the team are always helpful, and they will support with anything needed for the passport situation and second citizenship.
Thank you so much, Youssef. Thank you. I appreciate it. And we will have, again, if you have more questions regarding the Secret Bay, we're here to answer them. And obviously we are in Dubai with you, so we can arrange meetings or special presentations. Youssef, thank you so much.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you. Ambassador Nanthan, we'll finish by you. I mean, if you can give us, obviously we heard from the PM, like the different plans, the representation are important. So the embassy in Abu Dhabi opened earlier this year. That was great for our economic citizen. We're hearing like the plans in Africa also to open, and that can be discussed. But more important is how, if you can have like a message for our Middle Eastern clients that are here from this part of the world, and if you can give us update about like new countries that's going to be visa-free for our Dominica citizens, because obviously as you mentioned it earlier, our clients are frequent travelers, so they are very much interested to know every time what will be the new countries and the new changes. If you can shed some light on this. Thank you.
Well, as you know, we have been ranked highly, and in fact, the Financial Times had us for 3 consecutive years as #1 program in the world, and we continue to be the #1 program in the world because of our longevity in our program, because of the process of how quickly we approve our applicants, because of the visa-free access that we have. I mean, in 2017, we had, 119 countries thereabout. Today, we're up to 140 and counting. As the Prime Minister mentioned, we've just finalized with China. We're signing in with Russia, with Azerbaijan, a number of areas. We continue to extend our consular services and embassies to meet our clients all around the world. So we have the embassy in Abu Dhabi. The Prime Minister mentioned of the joint mission that was being done for Nigeria, in Nairobi, South Africa. These are all interesting expanding markets that we want to provide good services for. So we have a number of interests coming in from those areas. We continue to listen to our agents, people like yourselves, the leaders in the industry, to advise us on what our clients need and what they want. And we continue to adapt our program to make our program more attractive for our clients, for our citizens, our new citizens who live in many metropolitan cities around the world, who want to move on. We have citizens from the US, from England, from France, from Germany. So it's not just people out in Dubai or in Iraq who are applying, or in China or Hong Kong. We have people coming in applying from Germany, from Spain, from France, from the US. We have those citizens too, applying, giving up their citizenship where they were and taking on Dominican citizenship because they see the value in our program and for other reasons as well. So we make changes, we provide services for our citizens. The Prime Minister mentioned the fact that we're going to be having our biometric passport before the end of the year. We're looking at having a newly improved digitalized certificate of naturalization for our clients. We continue to provide services like the driver's license or national ID card will be coming on stream very soon. We're working with the banks to ensure that our citizens get get bank accounts here at the banks in Dominica. So we're trying to do all these things for our clients. The registration of companies will be done and facilitated here in Dominica. We recently announced a new residency program where people could actually come into Dominica for a few years, invest in small businesses, work out of Dominica, and in a few years' time, they would be citizens of Dominica. So it would be like a residency program, but they have to come and spend I think about 3 months a year here in Dominica. And the people who come in here see more and more the importance and the loveliness of Dominica. They breathe the fresh air, they have access to the beaches, the fresh waterfalls, with a healthcare system that is good. And we have utilized the funds from the CBI program to improve on our healthcare. We are currently doing 2 new hospitals in Dominica. We are doing 12 health centers around Dominica. These funds are coming from the Citizenship by Investment program. We have done 2 new hospitals to cope for the COVID situation. Fortunately for us, because we manage it so well, they haven't been utilized so much yet. And we hope that we don't have to utilize them so much, but we were able to put in the infrastructure to provide services for our people. Our new hospital with the labs had us as one of the first countries in the Caribbean, in Latin America, who had the ability to test for COVID. We could do that from day one because of the new labs that we had. The World Health Organization ranked out the countries who had who control and manage the COVID situation better. And in the Americas, all of the Americas, little Dominica was #1 because of the investment we have had in healthcare and our health system. Again, because that was made possible because of the funds we have from the Citizenship by Investment program. So our clients, more and more of them are coming to Dominica. More and more of them are buying homes in Dominica. More and more of them are actually buying land and building homes in Dominica. More and more of them are visiting the hotels that we are building and staying there, coming back with their families and with their friends. And every time they come, they're impressed. Not too long ago, one of my agents came and said, Nanthan, you know, I really love it in Dominica. I want a piece of land. I want to get a yacht that I want to anchor out at Portsmouth so I could stay at Skerrit Bay or Kempinski, or you have Anichi Marriott, which is right there. So from the Skerrit Bay, you're on this hill there, overlooking the beautiful Caribbean Sea. You look across to the Anichi Resort, which is a Marriott, being on CBI, and you look on the other side of the harbor where you have Kempinski, which is open as well. So we are developing a high-class, high-end tourism product. We're a country that's recognized as the nature island of the Caribbean, if not of the world, where longevity is key for us. We have more people being sentenced in Dominica per capita than anywhere else in the world. So we are an option. We are not just an option, but today we are an opportunity for the expansion of your family, for the expansion of your investments, for the protection of the whole family. Your children will become citizens when you become citizens. When you're a Dominican citizen and you have a child, that child born after your citizen will become a citizen as well. It's passed on from generation to your children, your grandchildren, and their children, etc. So here we are, providing services for all of you, trying to meet your demands and trying to listen to agents like yourself, Mimoun, and of course, your good partner, David. We have been around the world in so many different cities together, working together for how many years, expanding the CBI program. We are very grateful for Rift Trust and very grateful for Latitude and what you have done. And we know that we are genuine partners. We have worked together. We have gone around the globe together promoting CBI. We have made this industry in Dominica the #1 in the world, recognized by the Financial Times of London. Just last week, I think it was, there was an article in The Economist speaking of our program in Dominica and how it has been a game changer. CBI, Citizenship in Dominica, is not just an investment, it is a game changer for you, for your family, for the Dominican community, and for all of us. It's a win-win for us and for you, the agents as well as the investors. So we invite you to come to Dominica. We invite you to invest in hotels such as Skerrit Bay, which is a world-class resort. By any standard, Skerrit Bay would be one of the best places that you could be anywhere in the world. and it is set in this lush green forest out in Dominica, overlooking the Caribbean Sea, where all the privacy you would need, where all the warmth and joy you would need would be right there. And they have an excellent chef. The cuisine there is excellent, and the service is par excellence.
Thank you. I mean, you transported us to Dominica, to Secret Bay, and it's a reminiscence of this beautiful resort. And thank you so much. I mean, just give like us the envire and the envy to come and visit you in Dominica. And you said it. I mean, Dominica has been very much innovative, you know, listening to the market and obviously being one of the leader of this industry. So thank you so much, Nanthan, for all of this explanation. We don't have much time because we have to jump. But again, if you have any more question, please write to me, and we'll make sure that it's passed on to Ambassador Nanthan and to Youssef. But again, just before that, reflecting on what you were saying, that's very true in terms of all the element that you described, Ambassador Nanthan. I would like to thank you for that and for your very interesting insight. And as you said it yourself, we traveled, we're going way back, traveling around the world and being preacher for this industry. In all honesty, I miss you seeing you around in these conferences, but I'm sure it's just a question of time before we get together for that. Thank you so much again, Ambassador Nanthan. Youssef, thank you for your very interesting insight and view on Secret Bay. Our regards to Gregor and to all the team of Secret Bay. Thank you so much.
Sure.
And again, looking forward to discussing further with both of you. And I'm sure everybody here is very happy with all of the questions that you answered. And sorry we could not answer to all of them, but we will make sure that is directed to you. Thank you, Ambassador Nanthan. Thank you, Youssef.
Thank you. Thank you. All the best.
Thank you. Thank you.